is making sure that the relationship amongst stockholders or members of the company is fair to them all. Whereas market competition regulator is not looking at investors or ownership. It's looking more at the market and how business combinations would operate in the market. And so we had to now come up with our own rules as the merger notification started coming to the FCCPC. We had a joint merger review desk with the Securities and Exchange Commission, under which we continued with the existing framework, while we developed our own framework. And so the recent stakeholder engagement was more of engaging the competition bar and financial advisors, and obviously the entire market, on how the guidelines and the regulations for the new merger process would work. And it was quite robust. We're quite pleased with the quality of contribution, because the pandemic had started at the time. We moved the meeting online, and we were able to have about approximately 100 participants in the meeting. And we had participants from the UK, from the US, and so we're quite pleased with the level of interest and enthusiasm shown in developing the appropriate regulatory and guidance framework for a merger notification process. And we believe that we're very close to publishing those rules now.
Okay, since the pandemic is affecting almost everything, in the world today, let's tilt a little bit to health. One of the major concerns of Nigerians at this time is the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, has the Commission poised to ensure compliance by service providers to guarantee value for services?
Well, there are two things. First, we're in constant communication with the Center for Disease Control, and we're supporting them in every way we can. And some of the ways we're supporting them is because one of our expertise is consumer education, and so we understand messaging, and we have channels that consumers or citizens have become accustomed to for receiving information. And so we're lending those channels to the Center for Disease Control to pass out the information. And some of the basic information we're trying to pass out, we're also synthesizing that and developing that into the types of messaging that we generally provide. I recently participated in the Safe Hands Challenge and hand washing, and we're using our channels to push that out. A lot of information such as social distancing and responsible basic hygiene, like hand washing, coughing into your elbows, and maintaining appropriate distance between other people are things that we're also advocating. And we're monitoring that in the marketplace also. We're doing spot checks on markets to be sure that consumers are not being exploited, but also to make sure that the appropriate safety precautions are adopted even in the marketplaces. And with respect to pricing, we are continuing our spot checks. We're continuing to engage. At a video conference with the key distributors of sanitizers and face masks and infrared thermometers in Onitsha. I was in Abuja, and I was able to meet with the entire market association in Onitsha, and we had some very robust and frank conversations about what we thought were problematic with respect to the unjust and unreasonable progressive increase in prices. And so we're addressing that both from a supplier standpoint and then certainly from a retailer standpoint. Recently, we just opened an inquiry into a company that supplies alcohol, an ethanol company that supplies alcohol, which is a base in making sanitizers. We understand the complaint we had was that there was some manipulation going on there with the supply of alcohol to control the prices of sanitizers. And we opened an inquiry into that. A few other things we've done. We've supported other regulatory authorities with promoting safer workplaces. For instance, we received complaints about some workplaces where employees were sequestrated against their will and not allowed to go home so they could continue to work, and there were large gatherings of people. We've gone in there and we've disbanded a few of that, or we've assisted the companies with coming up with a more sensible approach to their business continuity without endangering the lives of their employees. Other things we're doing is that constantly engaging both online and offline with service providers, especially telecommunications, internet, and cable television service providers, about the fact that people being at home now, there's obviously a significantly higher demand for quality and for the services that they provide. And so whatever they can do to strengthen their infrastructure and improve the experience of consumers are very important to us. And so we're interfacing between consumers and them, and they're carrying complaints back and forth and engaging in different ways. These are some of the things we've been doing in this period.
Okay, since you alluded to the spot checking aspect of your services, tell us about the 2-day public hearing in Lagos to investigate any possible violation of patients' rights by some hospitals.
Okay, and so what it was that towards the end of last year, precisely in December, a young lady, Ms. Balogun, was killed. I think this happened on the 2nd of December. And the information came to us on the 3rd of December that what happened was that she had been the victim of violent crime in Bagada area. She had been stabbed at the root of the neck, and she ultimately bled to death. But between when she was stabbed and when she died, she was transported to a neighborhood hospital by passerbys. The allegation was that when she arrived at the neighborhood hospital, declined emergency care because there wasn't a police report, and she was ultimately taken to another hospital where she eventually died. And in 2018, the FCCPC launched what is known as a Patient's Bill of Rights. It was launched at the presidency, and it was a collaboration of the FCCPC, the Federal Ministry of Health, Nigerian Medical Association, Pharmacist Association, lab technologists associations, nurses associations, and a number of the professions in the healthcare value chain. One of the key provisions of the Patient's Bill of Rights is that urgent emergency intervention must be provided regardless of law enforcement activity or requirements, or sometimes even ability to pay on the spot. And so we believe that this was a violation of that. And so what we did was to ultimately, because it's so perennial, this question of police report being a barrier to emergency medical attention. It's very perennial. And there's been quite a number of needless and avoidable deaths and debilitating injury on account of that. And so we thought, with this one, instead of continuing this engagement and advocacy in the manner that it has been done by us, the police, and others, so it was good to just proceed and have a very broad public inquiry into conduct that occurred here. And so the inquiry was made up of us, the Bar Association, the Medical Association, Civil Society Association, the Lagos State Ministry of Health, the Federal Ministry of Health, the Lagos State Ministry of Justice, the Coroner's Office. And so what we did was a broad inquiry into what happened with Ms. Balogun. And we're currently, the panelists are looking through some of the record of the inquiry, and we're looking forward to robust recommendations that will at least in many ways address this question of whether the police reports are required when people present to the medical emergency. But beyond that, what other initiatives can we pursue to improve the nature of responsiveness to medical emergencies?
Okay, we will still have a couple of questions on the telecommunications and petroleum sectors, but just before we take a little breather, I want to see if we can squeeze in 1 minute. There is a worry by some telecom consumers over the anticipated 5G network project in the country. I'm sure you must have had that kind of a talk here and there. Now, there is the school of thought that believes there is a link between COVID-19 and the 5G. Another feel is that it is detrimental to human health existence. Some others being it in a religious context that is an end time tool. Is there any cause for worry, though?
I don't think there's any cause for worry. The relevant authorities, the Nigerian Communications Commission and the Minister of Communication, on behalf of the Frequency Management Committee, have spoken about this, first, there are no 5G licenses in Nigeria at this point, and I think they did the responsible thing, which is to do trial, and there was a 90-day trial window that occurred last year. I understand they're still studying the outcomes, the outcome of those trials. I also recognize that there's a first debate worldwide on the safety and radioactive activities of 5G technology. I think the science is yet unclear, but the process we're going through as a nation is the surest way to be sure that if at any point we do deploy, it will be because the science and the standard setting, the global standard setting authorities have become comfortable. And the one thing that I find really interesting is associating 5G with a viral infection. There's absolutely no support or basis to show that there's a connection between the coronavirus and the 5G technology.
Okay, Mr. Babatunde Irukera, thank you very much. But we're still moving on. But let me quickly bring in the listener here so we can be more interactive as we promised. You're listening to Know Your Thoughts. That's Have Your Say. Again, Have Your Say. We'll take it again. Have your say, so you can get used to it. We have Mr. Babatunde Irukera here. He's the Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Council, FCCPC, and he's there for you to quickly throw in your questions via these lines. The lines are 0807 622 6771, and then we have another one 0705 149 3324. Yes, on Have Your Say, we have Mr. Babatunde Irukera, Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Council, FCCPC. And please call in and quickly make your input by asking your questions accordingly. 0807 622 6771, or use another line 0705 149 3324. Now, for those that prefer to send SMSs and WhatsApp messages, please go for 0805 566 8815. 8815. So please, the number again for the SMS and WhatsApp messages, 0805 566 8815. Okay, so while we're getting our listeners to come across, we'll take a break, and then when we return, we'll be listening to what the listeners have to say, especially with regards to the puzzle for you, Mr. Babatunde Irukera. Let's take this break quickly.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
The World Health Organization has declared the coronavirus epidemic ravaging the world as a public health emergency. To this end, the federal government has put in place a committee to ensure Nigeria is safe from the epidemic. You too can play a part in ensuring a coronavirus-free Nigeria. Avoid contact with droplets from the eyes, nose, and mouth of a sick person. If you see someone visibly coughing, sneezing, or sick, keep a distance and give them a mask to protect everyone nearby. Wash your hands up to the elbow regularly with soap under running water. Avoid prolonged self-medication and report to the nearest health facility when you notice symptoms of respiratory illness such as coughing and sneezing. Those returning from any country where the virus has been detected are to report and self-isolate themselves at home for 2 weeks even if they feel perfectly well. Stay safe, keep safe, and make Nigeria safe from coronavirus. This message is a public service announcement from Radio Nigeria. World Health Organization don talk say the corona sickness wey dey wahala the world na general head gbege o. Because of this, the federal government don arrange one ogbonge committee to make sure say Naija dey safe from this wahala. You sef you get your part to play to make Naija free from this sickness. Abeg, no touch the water or yamayama wey dey comot from the eye, mouth, plus including nose of person wey dey sick. If you see person wey dey cough, sneeze, tissue, abi person wey dey sick, abeg give am small chance and get mask to cover the mouth and nose of the person so that
that you fit protect others from the sickness. Wash your hand, go reach elbow every time with soap under water wey dey run. No dey take medicine wey doctor no tell you to take o. If you see say you dey cough, sneeze, run 440 go hospital wey dey near you. Abeg, all those people wey dey come from obodo oyibo country when the sickness dey, make dem report themselves and stay for their house for at least 2 weeks, even if dem no dey feel sick at all. Abeg, stay casual and keep Naija safe from coronavirus. This message na public service announcement of Radio Nigeria.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
You're listening to Have You Say on the network service of Radio Nigeria, and we have Mr. Babatunde Irukera for us here, the Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Council, FCCPC. Let's have your questions coming in now, 0807 622 6771. And for those that want to watch, more of the live stream on Facebook, is www.facebook.com/Radio Nigeria Network, or simply Radio Nigeria. Hello. Hello. Okay, that line doesn't seem to come on. Hello. Okay, while that line is trying to be sorted out, let's see whether. Hello. Can we have a hello? Okay. There's a question here. It says, that's from our online, section. It said, "Good morning, Radio Nigeria. Please, what is your office doing?" We're talking about the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Council, FCCPC. He's saying, "What's the FCCPC doing as it is saddled to protect consumers? We are in an era of the outbreak of this coronavirus, and the medical equipment produced internationally are not adequate. Therefore, we turned to local production of hand sanitizers, ventilators, etc. What's your office, Mr. Irukere, doing with regards to the production? What is your office doing to ensure this equipment produced are not substandard?" It was from Mustafa from Abuja. Mustafa from Abuja asked that one. So that's from our online session there. Let's see whether this the phone is back on. Okay, hello.
Hello.
What's your name? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, please. So you're on.
Yeah, my name is Odaze. I'm reaching you from Ila, Delta State.
Okay.
Good morning to our guests in the house.
Okay, Ada Odaze,
These
right?
are worrying times. Of course, for example, we're talking of the telecommunications. Let me go to the elemental part of it. We are buying cards, recharge cards. The one that was 500 is now being sold 700 naira. The one for 1,000 is being sold 1,200. The one for 200 is being sold 300 naira. How do we checkmate that? 1, 2. Now, inflation in the marketplace is food. For example, 2 weeks ago, Gary in my village here was being sold for 500 naira a pinter, and then today it's being sold for almost 2,000 naira a pinter locally in the market. How do we checkmate this thing? What machinery with your association or your company or government put in place? Because these are the basic things that affect the common man. One can go on and on and on. There is inflation, uncontrollable level of inflation. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, Ada Odaze in Delta State, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Ada Odaze in Ila.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, fine. I hope Mr. Irukere is taking notes of the questions. We want to take the questions in a bunch and then allow you to respond, sir. Let's go on. Hello. Hello? Yeah, well, your name and where you're calling from, please.
I am Comrade Patrick Okoro-Craft. I'm from Atani Village, Arusiku, Agency. I want to find out from our case, the consumers, okay. Now, I went and bought a bleach. I went and put this bleach into the house. I compared the bleach with the former one that we were using. When you put the corrosive odor, you get it. But so I think it was an ordinary water. And the shop is not far from my own house. Now, under this type of situation, what do I do? And even the so-called sanitizer, the chemical should go and buy. I don't understand what I'm saying. It shows that clearly, I don't know what you're going to do, but I was expecting the consumer even on the Consumer Protection Agency, as of now, before this issue of a lockdown, please to come out of there and help Nigeria, because if you go to the market, my brother or my sister, anybody in the studio, the whole thing is that is 1,000 increase. So what do we do? Because the consumers are facing a lot of problems. It's not a question of going to the market. What do we do? Even what you said about Gary, just baffled me. Even under me, people are still thinking that this is taking time inside this. 2 days ago, I told madam, I want to buy things. Not this very well, though. I saw the one they displayed on the so I took it. Let's see the one that's inside. She opened a bag. When she opened this bag, started pressing. In front of person, there was a pot inside that bag. She just said that I'm picking by myself. I said, madam, what is this? I think they have told me to put it inside. He said, no, that this one is just to put it inside the cloth and wrap it and put it inside the sitting outside. Now, why do we do it? Because you people, because what we want you to help us, because of the storage of the so that people wait and sell it, and when the price increases, it's why they are putting this insecticide. What do we do? Human beings are dying because of this insecticide. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, Patrick Orokora for in Abia State. Thank you very much. That's our third question. I want to take 5 questions quickly. Hello, sir. Yeah, your name and where are you calling from, sir?
Okay, my name is Protrack.
Okay, I didn't get the name. Yeah, please speak a bit louder. I didn't get your name, sir. Hello again. Yes, properly now. Your name again, sir.
My name is Matthew Protrack. That's the
Okay, Matthew from Calabar. Go ahead, please.
Yes, good morning, our guest there. My heart and saying this morning is about the Bank of Industry and the Maritime Microfinance, which CBI has just introduced. Now, there are clauses on when to access those funds. When you go to Bank of Industry, particularly, they will tell you you must have a NAFDAC registration number before you can access this fund. Now, my question is, where would you have gotten this money for you to be certified with NAFDAC and standard organization before you access the loan? But secondly, what has just come up on the coronavirus fund has been pushed for people, business people, and households to access. Now there are 6 clauses on this. If you go there now, they will tell you your salary, the statement of salaries for 6 months and all of that. What happens to those who are not working? How will they get the salary statement to access this one? That is my question this morning. And the issue of Gary. Today, the bag of Gary in Calabar, we are buying 1 cup of Gary in Calabar, 17 naira. I'm speaking with you this morning. So, how is Nigeria, how is your agency dealing with all of this to checkmate, to control the price, commodities in the market, and so on? Thank you, and God bless you.
Okay, thank you, Matthew in Calabar. The last question in this batch. Let's have the last question in this batch quickly. The last question in this batch quickly. 0807 622 6771. If we have the last question coming in. Okay, hello, sir.
Good morning.
What's your name, sir?
Yeah, my name is Ibu. I come from Ibu. Yes. Good morning, our guest.
Good morning.
That is insinuating that the 5G network has any connection with the coronavirus. It's not just displaying a humongous and unprecedented ignorance of science and technology and the application, but being economical with the truth and hyperbolic with it. As the coronavirus is purely a viral and biological affair, while the 5G network is a sophisticated scientific and technological innovation aimed at making things easier for us and improving our living condition. So therefore, the only is for everybody to link coronavirus with the 5G network, as they are 2 separate things. Having said so, the coronavirus has indeed affected everything and every sector of our economy, as is being experienced now, and and anything and everything that should be humanly possible must be done in order to contain it, in order to actually, for us to at least continue to live as a living dog is better than a dead lion. It is in this regard that I commend you over your effort so far and the regulation of this coronavirus, through spreading, through spreading that, and through educating people on how to reduce the spreading and contacting of this disease, especially in educating Nigerians on this, and I encourage you to keep it up. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Okay, Mr. Obaja in Imo State, thank you very much. Now let's go over now to the Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Council, FCCPC, Mr. Babatunde Irukera. 5 questions from you. Sorry, for you, Mr. Irukera. Go ahead and respond, sir.
Thank you very much. Although there are multiple questions, but in reality, the issues are similar. And so the first question was about what we're doing to promote local manufacturing of hygiene products. And what I would say with respect to that is that we've been very supportive. We've met with local producers, we've met with local distributors, and I think as a main part of the government that has robustly engaged, we've contributed to that process. As it were, NAFDAC is been issuing interim, emergency or administrative approvals for those who want to manufacture things like hand sanitizers, face masks, because the NAFDAC is a primary standards regulator for drugs and food and medical devices. And so in our own enforcement activities also, we adopt the approach that NAFDAC has adopted. And so we're not asking for a current or valid NAFDAC member. We're happy to work with the interim approval that NAFDAC provides for people to get their products into the market. And so that's what I would say about that. We continue to encourage, as like I said earlier on, I spoke about a large supply of alcohol and we thought was manipulating supply in a way that would affect production. We were engaging on that. The next question, which is from Delta State, spoke about inflation and unreasonable and unjust prices. And that's one of the things I also spoke about also. And this is a very market-wide practice, and I'll be the first to admit that we have a serious problem. But a few things I'd like to say about that is that this is the first time ever, apart from the military era where we had first price control, but a regulatory approach to price gouging. This is the first time. And so it's taking time for us as a people to recognize this and to understand the repercussions. I'm certain that with the cases that have gone to court and the potential prosecution of individuals or companies, it will modify behavior. I might add also, though, that this is happening everywhere in the world right now. It's happening everywhere in the world. And so it's only yesterday, the mayor of New York announced filing an action against some chains in New York, the same thing in Italy and India. So all regulators across the world are battling this right now at the same time. So we're on the same cusp of a problem that is affecting the entire world, and we continue to do what we can, whichever way.
Okay, Mr. Babatunde Irukera, please quickly respond to this one before I take the next questions coming in. Not all the filling stations have complied with the directive of selling PMS at 123 naira 50 kobo per litre. What are you doing about this?
Well, we got that report initially. What we did is we don't have a database or supply network for filling stations, but DPR does. And so we forwarded the initial information to DPR, What we would have done in addition is generally we would go out there whenever we receive complaints to engage and bring them in. But we have not been able to do much of that because of restrictions on movement. So what we are doing is we have just established a platform where all these violations are reported to us, and we're filing them away. So for the ones we can intervene right away, we're intervening. For the ones we can, we're saving the inappropriate conduct for the day of accountability when we can hold them accountable.
Okay then, you're listening to Have Your Say on the network service of Radio Nigeria, and we have with us the Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Council, FCCPC, Mr. Babatunde Irukera. And please, for you to contribute or ask questions, we have the lines 0807 622 6771. 0807 622 6771. And then with SMS and WhatsApp messages, please send them to 0902 808 0222. Again, 0902 808 0222. One more time, 0902 808 0222 for your SMS and WhatsApp messages. And then we have something here coming in from that section. One question or two coming in from, well, he said CEO FCCPC. Good morning, sir. In Benin, Edo State, CPC needs to checkmate their activities ranging from extortion, manhandling of our members. He's talking about their members now. We're talking about what members? Well, we'll get to know. Manhandling of their members and at Mission Road Market, New Market, Cable Market, and Supermarket. How are they protecting citizens from price hike and exploitation? Is Mr. Peter from Apo. I think it's a general question. The second question envelopes it all. How are you protecting citizens from price hike and exploitation? That one is a pretty broad one. Let me see if we can quickly take another one from our phone lines. Our number two question is, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, your name, sir. Where are you calling from?
My name is Chimdi. I come from
Okay, Chinedu or Chimdi?
Hello?
Your name again, sir?
My name is Nicholas. I'm from
Okay, Nicholas in Abakaliki. Go ahead, please.
Okay, we can ask this question. If you get that people die of hunger and those sanitizers and those people that they will use those programs, people should talk about how to take it out of these issues. Don't like something that should be a kind of a close to these issues. Yeah, people are trying to address people are dying of hunger. What does that happen inside?
So what's your question, so that we don't digress? So there are so many problems in our society that we're taking them one at a time. What question do you have for the Chief Executive Officer of FCCPC? With regards to the price regulation, and you as a consumer, you need to ask the question now, or the time will just move off like that. Please go ahead. Your question quickly.
I want to conclude that I want to say is that they should make the agreement very okay. Make people acceptable to the loan. So that people will go to the restaurant. You get into a deal process. Why is it?
I think we're really off the question now. Digressing. Well, we have another one here. Let's not digress. Let's stay on course, Mr. Nicholas and others. Please, let's stay on course. There are so many chief executives in the country, but this one is for FCCPC. We have one on the line, Mr. Opeyemi Afeni. What is FCCPC doing in the aviation sector with regards to cancelled flights? Some of the airlines like Ethiopian Airline and Egypt Air are asking for payment of a fare difference between already booked flights and new departure dates after the airport opens, whereas others like Emirates and Virgin are not asking for such. Meanwhile, these airlines are in exclusive control of their fares and have suddenly gone up to ensure everyone booked will have to incur fare difference. So this is unfair. So we would like to know what FCCPC is doing. Cancellation is not the fault of passengers. From Opeyemi Afeni. That's from our WhatsApp portal. Let's quickly take one more call and then allow the Chief Executive Officer to quickly respond to that, Mr. Babatunde Irukera. One more question coming on our line. One more time. It's 0807 622 6771. Okay. All right. Well, we've taken that off the line already. Let's see whether if we don't have any call coming in from the line, let's quickly have your reaction, Mr. Irukera, please, quickly.
Yes. I think the first.
Okay. So give me a second. So the person is back on the line now. Hello. 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 Okay, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead, please.
And so, is that me going ahead?
Yes, sir. Mr. Babatunde Irukera, please go ahead.
Okay. And so, again, the first question goes back to the same perennial problem with price gouging, and I think I've explained what we're doing. We're prosecuting. We have operatives going into the market, doing monitoring and surveillance. And beyond that is we've created a platform just to harvest information so that we can go in after the fact and make sure there's retribution for conduct. Now the question about airlines, first, flight delays and cancellation is the predominant complaints that we receive in the airline industry, and we've been working with the Civil Aviation Authority to see how we can gain some more transparency and accountability from the airlines. We resolve complaints on a daily basis, but that we're resolving that many complaints and there's still that much demonstrates that we must take some industry-wide measures to reduce aggravation. Now, for tickets that were booked and travel has become impracticable on account of the pandemic and governmental directives, I'm pretty certain that the law recognizes that as an exception, and so it would be inappropriate for any airline to ask passengers to pay a rebooking fee or a change fee. We're certainly interested in knowing if that is happening to anyone. We would engage that airline immediately to address that.
Okay. We'll keep moving on that. We'll keep a tab on that, especially when people know that the FCCPC is right there. When they are just about to do the wrong thing, I'm sure they will be a bit more cautious on that. Let's have this question coming in. Hello, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, but what's your name, sir? And where are you calling from?
Chief Cyril, and I'm calling from Imo State.
Okay, Cyril, please go ahead. Imo State.
Thank you. I want to find out if the agency has offices and offices in the states of the federation. If they do, what are their officers doing? What efforts are they making to take this exploitation of Nigerians by even food sellers, those who sell food and agri-products and so on and so forth? Secondly, what control measures are they taking to ensure that disputes will stop the exploitation of people in the power sector, even as they are planning to give free electricity to some Nigerians? How are we sure that Nigerians are going to enjoy it when we have the existing supply of electricity and yet people are giving this and they pay for it? Thank you and God bless you. I am still the Revelation.
Okay, Sibel and Imo State, thank you very much. And let me take one or two more questions and then we'll close it up on that. Remember, it's for your WhatsApp messages 080902. One more time, 0902 808 0222. Now let's take another call. Hello.
Yeah, good morning. This is the radio senator, Mr. Andrew Ajayi.
Okay, Andrew, where are you calling from this time?
I'm in Protrack.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
I will normally call you from my Protrack.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I should have even been your first call. I just that you placed me on hold.
That's all. Sorry about that. Let's move on.
Let me say good greetings to our brother in the studio. God bless you for the way you have responded. But I want you to know that you played a very big role in the country. Thank God for Radio Nigeria bringing you on. But we, the masses, and it's actually to hold you accountable in the sense that you are a consumer yourself. as you are there. So if you didn't do your work very well, you and your team of officers, and you allow people to exploit us, even including yourself, well and good, maybe on the day of accountability, we will now know whether you have actually done well for society or not. Because I put it to you that people in the filling station, in the oil marketing, those who own filling station, they are too quick to actually adopt government prices anytime it is increased. But they are not quick to reducing their own price to when government says, hey, reduce it. What is that? Can you work on that for us? Because they are too quick to increase to certain XYZ amount, but too low to say that they are not going to increase because they will pay the money, what they use in buying it, and it's selling so hard or not. So I want you to truly do effective monitoring, going to the streets and see what is actually happening, that the Nigerians are actually exploiting Nigerians, and it is grievous. Conclusively, my dear brother, I want you to know that I do not agree with you in your explanation of the 5G, because I had even said it to the minister the other day. I said, can we look at all these conspiracy theories that are actually flying around in the social media? Let's not just use our hand to wave them away, because people who are even waving them away, they don't have any scientific technological background. They have not carried out any experimentation to be able to know whether this thing that is flying around is right or wrong. But because maybe we are interested in telecommunication, we will just say, yes, it's okay, people should not do this, people should not talk like that, the way we normally behave in this country. So I think our scientific and technological department should please carry out some experimentation so that they can come out authoritatively, either via the minister or whoever, to talk to us so that we can have.
Okay, I think the point is made. So we don't dwell on it. Our time is almost up. You made your point. It's noted. He will definitely address that part. You don't agree with him. You agree with scientific and all that. So he will address with that. But leaders are there for a purpose, and I think we should all learn to a bit listen and contribute to make them get the job done. Or somebody's got to be there. It could be anybody. It could just be anybody on that seat. So we will allow, with these two fat questions, we'll allow Mr. Lukeda to respond quickly.
Thank you very much. For the comment, I'd say thank you. We'll take that on. And yes, there's really no manageable way to reach into every market everywhere, especially in a type of economy where the vast majority of sale of food is in informal markets. And so what it is that it's a partnership. And that's why, like I said earlier in the meeting with market associations and different, doing a lot of advocacy work. Enforcement would be to exemplify some people as a deterrent to others. But the more important thing, especially in the market situation, is advocacy. And we're doing that. We're doing a lot of that. At the end of the day, it comes down to the sad reality of citizens preying on other citizens. Many times we think that together as citizens, we're the victim, we're a singular victim of government. But what I'm finding in this world is that sometimes as citizens we victimize each other far more than any government can victimize us. And that's a sad reality. In many other parts of the world, people are banding together to make sure that they get through this together. But, even in those places also, we find those who are opportunistic. So, Nigerians are no different. We're human beings. Many people are coming together, banding together. Rich people are contributing. Small people, poor people are doing what they can. But in that space, you also find those who are opportunistic and want to make a buck. I'm not against people making a decent living from what they do for a living. It's really whether their conduct is unjust and exploitative. And that's really what. And so it's not just a price increase that is problematic. Price gouging, excessive pricing, is not just a matter of the number. It's conduct. It's really when you look at what the regular margins are and what the margin has become in this time. And then you look at what the product is and see if it's a vital product based on the circumstances. And these are the things that we would prove in the cases that we have brought before the courts. We do not have offices in every state. And that is why working with state governments and for instance, in a place like Imo State, the state government has created its own consumer protection steering committee. And so we work with them. Recently, they came to Abuja, visited with us, and for some capacity development, we support them with what we can so that they can do some of this work back at home. Right now we have offices in each geopolitical zone, and then we have an office in Lagos because of the size of Lagos, one in Kano for the same reason, and of course the head office in Abuja, making a total of 9 offices. Would it be ideal to have offices everywhere? Yes, it will. Would it take time to get to that point? Yes, it will also. But yeah, we'll continue to do what we can to expand the reach of the organization. And finally, I think first I want to thank the gentleman who spoke daily of our work and understands the terrain, and he's correct. When we're not wearing our regulatory caps, we're wearing our consumer caps, and so we're consumers also on the short end of the stick if we do not do our work. Now, with respect to his observation about 5G, I think we're on the same page. We're saying exactly the same thing. What he's saying is that let us, from a broad standpoint, capture all the signs. That's exactly what is happening. Remember that Nigeria is not going to unilaterally make a determination about 5G. It's a global, topical issue. So research is going on in different places. Okay. And there are watchdogs and environmental people who are interrogating the issue, and we are just participating in the conversation. We are taking our own notes. Ultimately, the ITU, the International Telecommunications Union, and all the other relevant standard setting and regulatory authorities are ultimately going to make a decision one way or the other about. They will not impose, they will not issue a license on behalf of Nigeria, but they take a position about the safety of the technology. And so there will be enough information. I can't say how Nigeria without unilateral. And in any case, from the Minister of Communications statement and the things they've done, including through the NCC, shows very clearly that they're monitoring that. We have a role, we're stakeholders in that, because we have an obligation to monitor technologies that could be potentially harmful to consumers. And so we're monitoring that also. The one thing that I'm certain about is that there's no rational connection between coronavirus and 5G technology.
Right, I like that conclusion, the rational connection. Now let me see if we can compress this question in 30 seconds, Mr. Rukera. There's ATM dispense error after 1 week. Is there anything the consumer can do about this, or is there anything you can do about that? Because this let me say, what is your office doing to about the satellite television or direct to air charges that they are charging us? Can we use them as pay as you use, like other networks? Use ADA from Enugu, and that is just a question maybe for 15 seconds if you can quickly.
So with cable television, where what we've done for the most part is that they're under the dominant one in Nigeria is under monitoring, and for all the other ones, what we've been doing in this period is making sure that people have access very quickly and that their technical support is up to scratch.
Okay, we can leave it on that. Let's leave it on that. And another 30 seconds, please. Can you do anything about landlords' increment in pay rent and rent charges and all that? Is it possible for your...
It depends. Typically, the relationship between a tenant and a landlord is a contractual one. It's not your generic consumer protection model, but depending on what the subject of the dispute is. So if it's a lack of rent, we agree that you would connect a meter you haven't, we might not be able to get involved. But if it's that there are vermins or the places in
but you can at least look at it, Mr. Babatunde.
Certainly we get involved.
Thank you very much. Let's end it there. And on that note, we wish to thank you so very much, Mr. Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Council, FCCPC. That's FCCPC, Mr. Babatunde Irukera, for joining us on Have Your Say. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you.
All right, well, on behalf of the crew, let's quickly say big thank yous to our team here. News producers Olayemi Daniel, Conrad Labe, Hassan Hussein. Online editors Timothy Bamidele, ICT, Israel Tiokaha. Then we have studio manager Priska Barocha, engineer Hassan Osman, photographer Sadiq Sarumi, cameraman Funua Oloyede, that's Oloyede. Then we have Chinedu Mewa, and then we have facilitator Oluwadamilola Uni, producer Oledo Mbiwe, executive director Sani Suleiman. Many special thanks here. Special thanks to the Director General of Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, FRC, and Dr. Mansour Liman. Remember to wash your hands regularly, avoid touching your face often, and stay safe. COVID-19 Israel. Thanks so much for being a part of today's edition of the program. Do join us same time next week on the program. Have your say. I am Yahya Omar. Goodbye.